Okay, guys, so this is the new assignment I put up on Power School. So this is on code block with Tinkercad. Now we're going to design a Flintstone kind of car. Okay, so you want to open Tinkercad, and you can go to the link I put up on Schoology, about the one that has your class code and your nickname. So you want to click on that link. It's going to require your class code. You copy the class code, put in it, and then it's going to ask for your nickname. So I gave a document that has all nicknames. So put your nickname there as well. Okay, so that's going to take you here. Now, by the way, if you guys do that there like that, it's going to save an automated version, so you don't have to record it. But if you record with your phone, like I said during the class today, it's going to be bonus 5 points. Okay, so here we go. So to do this, guys, you want to be here, right? And then you want to, after you've set up your screencast-o-matic, which will be if you record with your video. So to do this, guys, okay, so I'm going to draw the car. I'm going to use, like I said earlier, these are your functions which you use for coding, which is setting up a series of instructions from the functions to make you perform a task over here. So now the first thing you want to do is to create new objects, right? Create new object, which is from your modifier. Now you're going to say what kind of object you're going to do. You're going to use a cylinder. You're going to put cylinder over there. I'm going to change the color of my cylinder to reflect what I want to do. So I'm going to use a blue. So I'm going to use a certain kind of blue. So let's use this blue over here. Okay. Then I'm going to set the parameters for my cylinder. And by parameters, I'm going to open this arrow over here. Now I'm going to set it to be 5 over here. 5 over here. Then that will be my radius. Make my radius 5. I'm going to make my sides. My height I can still leave to be 20. My sides I can leave to be 20. My edges I can make to be 0. I don't want edges for my cylinder. I can leave this one to be 1 the way it is. Now when I play back, this is what I'm going to get. Now you can always play back by hitting this arrow over here to see what you've done. So that's what I've done over there, guys. So I'm going to use rotate. I'm going to go to rotate over here. I'm going to go to my rotate over here. In my modifier, put it over there. I'm going to set the rotate. I want it to rotate. Now this is the x-axis. If you rotate along the x-axis, I think that will be perfect. So this is the x-axis, so it just turns this way around it. So rotate along the x-axis. Now when I play back, you're going to see what happens. Okay, there we go. So now I want to make a duplicate. So I'm going to go to create new object. Now I need to name this one so I can know what I'm duplicating. So you can go to here. You're going to see I have object 0 and object 1. So I'm going to right click on this, rename, make it my wheels, because that's what it is, my wheels. Okay, save it. So what I'm rotating is asking me what object do I want to duplicate. So I'm going to say add copy. I'm creating a new object. So how do I duplicate it? By copying it, right? So I'm going to say add copy of objects. Now you need to put the object you want to copy here. So I'm going to go to the one I renamed wheels, put it in here. Then I'm going to move it so it moves out of that. So I'm going to move, because right now they are together. Okay, I want to move just the new one. So I'm going to use move. Now I want to move it on the x-axis. So I'm going to say x-axis 20. Right? Okay. And then when I play it back, you can see I have 2 wheels now. All right, 2 wheels. So now I want to create the body of the car. So I'm going to use a new shape. I'm going to go to my cubes. I'm going to take cubes, put cubes over there, change the color so it's something close to what I'm working with. So I'm going to use this blue, and then you see it's slightly darker than that one. So I'm going to now open here so I can set it the way I want it. Then I'm going to set the height and the width. Setting the height and the width means I'm going to set them to width of 20, which is what it is. The length, I want to be longer in length, so I'm going to set the length to be 40. And the edge, the height, I don't want it to be too high, so let's make it 10. Okay, and then the edges, I want only 4 edges, so the front and the back will be rounded. So let's make edges to be 4. That's the edges are only on the side, okay? 4 edges. Be careful, make sure your figures are well entered. Okay, so now I have the next thing there will be edge steps. Okay, so that's fine. All right, now when I play back, that's what I'm going to get. Now it's not in a proper location. It's actually even covering up one of my wheels, okay? So I want to move it and I'm going to rotate it. So let's rotate first. So I'm going to use modifier, rotate. Now I want to rotate it along the z-axis. So I'm going to say z-axis over here. And when I play that, you can see it's going to rotate along my z-axis. Now the wheels are not in the right place. And everything seems to still be on my axis, my center of what's it called. So maybe I needed to put move here to move the wheels up. All right, that's after the fact. Okay, no problem. I'll leave it the way it is. All right, so now I can do move. I need to move the whole car body up. So I'm going to take the move for the car. Then I'm going to move it up on the z-axis. Let's move it up by, let's say, 15. I like to work in multiples of 5. So move it up by 15. And I think it needs to also move on the x-axis back this way. And that's the positive. If it's going right, it's positive. So on the x-axis, let's make it move by 15 as well. And we'll see what happens, okay? Oh, it's too high. And it's too way forward. Okay, all right. So I can bring it down a little on the z-axis to 10. See what that looks like. On the x-axis, I can move it back again by 12.5. Let's see. Okay, all right. So I'm taking a little bit out of it. Okay, out of the x-axis. I'm trying to bring it down as well on the z-axis. Okay, so there we go. Still too high and too much on the, well, the x-axis seems to be good if that's going to be the front. Okay, but it's still not touching the wheels. So I bring it down more. So I'm going to go, let's make it 7.5. All right. So not too bad now, okay? It's kind of fusing with the wheel is fusing with the body of the car now. So next thing I'm going to do, let's create a windshield for it, okay? So I'm going to create windshield, and for that I need to use wedge. I'm going to use my wedge over here. So I'm going to bring in wedge, put it in there. Now I can change that color because it seems to be the same color as the car, make it a little darker, like a tinted kind of windscreen, okay? Then I'm going to, now if I play that, it's probably going to be sitting on the floor, okay? All right, so when I play that, it's kind of not in the right position, okay? It's sitting directly on the floor, okay? And my wheels are kind of submerged. Let's see if I can move my wheels up a little. I can use move and move it on the, move the original one, see if it's going to affect the other one. Okay, so I put move here. That means I got to move my body of my car too. So move it on the z-axis. I can move it by 5. I hope you guys don't get confused with what I'm just doing right now. All right, so move it by 5. It's gonna move so much into the kite, the body of the kite itself. Okay, so I need to move everything. Move the body of the kite itself. Okay, so I need to move that box. If I move it up some more. Let's add 5 to that. 12.5 as well. When I play that back. So that's just to make sure my wheels are not going under the mat, okay? Okay. So here, now I have to deal with my windshield, which is facing the wrong way. So I want to rotate it. I'm going to use rotate. I'm going to rotate along the, what axis now? Along the z-axis. So if I rotate along the z-axis, see how that looks. Yep, that's what I need. Then I want to move it up so it sits on top of the body of the car. So I'm going to use move, right? If I use move, I'm going to move it up to be above the car itself. So move it on the z-axis. Move it by 20, I guess. 20. Okay, so if I play back, that's what I'm going to get. Now we're running out of time, so I'm going to do this and do the text in one go, and you guys will see what I'm doing. So I need to move that some more, and I need to move it on the x-axis as well. Move on the x-axis by 5, 5 over here, and this needs to go up some more. So let's make that 30. And it's too bogus. I want to scale it down too, so I'm going to use scale as well. Okay, it's above it, but I want to use scale and then know how much. I got to bring it down because it's looking a bit too much for the car. So I'm going to scale it down. Let's scale that down by about 0.6 on the x and the z and the x, right? 0.6 and maybe that 0.8, okay? 0.8. Now this is, until you see if it's to your dimensions, all right? So here, when I play back, it's still standing up, okay? So I want to bring it down on the z-axis. Now you remember I had move over here. So if I move that to, let's say 17.5, I'll see how it looks. If it's perfect, then I'm done. I'm going to go do the zoom, okay? There we go. Okay, I think it's pretty much okay. It looks good. It looks good. I can still bring it forward a little. Still bring it forward on the x-axis to the left. So let's make that 0.0, and I mean 0. So see if it sits just in front. Okay, so that it's more a frontal thing. Frontal to the left side. That is. Okay. Don't forget, positive is going right. Okay, so where we are now, I'm going to go do the zoom text. I think it's okay the way it is now. Okay, I kind of like it the way it is. Okay, so I'm going to do the vroom. So I'm going to go bring my text from over here. Now, if you guys see here, they got text. I'm going to put text real quick. Now, I expand this, and I'm going to text what I want. I want it to say vroom, right? Vroom, I put exclamation marks, so it makes it look like the car is making that vroom sound. Now, I reckon it's going to be, okay, so if I play it back, that's what it looks like. I'll now have to modify that text. Okay, so I want to I want to rotate it first. Let's rotate it so it's standing up and move it up a little. So rotate along the x-axis. So rotate along the x-axis. Yep, that's what I'm going to get. All right.